welcome back to Columbus, Ohio for the Origins Summer Preview. I am joined by Mr. Stephen Bonacore from Stronghold Games. Hello, sir.
It's good to see you. Good to see you. But better to see you than other people first thing in the morning. Yes. I don't even know where he is. Oh, yeah, he's over there.
As it were. Animals on Board is the game we're talking about
we
here.
Are.
We're collecting animals and putting them on large boats.
Yes, and this is a Spiel des Jahres recommended game. Didn't make the nomination list, but it was recommended, which is kind of very cool, too.
You'll take what you can get.
Yes, and Engelstein said to me that it's better to be recommended this year because then you won't be disappointed when Codenames wins. So I figured it was a good thing. So it's great. But this is a really, really interesting I split, you choose game. That's what the mechanic is. And thematically, we each have an arc. These 3D pieces right here, those are arcs. And we each have our own arc. And there's this other guy, you might have heard of him, called Noah.
I have.
You have heard of Noah? He has an arc too. And he claims all pairs of animals.
He's patented that.
He has an anti-pairing law. It actually says it in the game. Anti-pairing law that and on the box you see Noah's arc back there. And this is us, one of us, and he's looking at the two giraffes and saying, "Hey, you guys got to go over there. You're a pair." So you can collect singles, or 3s, 4s, or 5s of a kind, and that's the most. There's 5 of a kind of each type of animal. There's like 12 animals in the game. And you play with different numbers of the animals based on the number of players. So how does the game work? So each player starts with one animal already on their board, which they would have chosen.
I've got my starter fox.
I've got a starter rhinoceros here, which we would not know about. So we wouldn't know. That's hidden information.
You don't know I've got a fox.
You don't. I don't. That's right.
Okay.
You would have selected 3 animals, picked one, and the other ones would have gone to the center. Depending on the number of players, you put a certain number of animals out here, one face down. And then the mechanic is I split, and you can choose. So, for instance, I might say, and I don't know you have a fox, but maybe I said I did this, and I took these animals and I moved them here. Now we have 2 herds of animals.
Okay.
And we're just going to keep splitting animals, and when you split, you then take a food crate. You may bring animals on board once you can pay the amount of food equal to the number of animals you're bringing on board.
So I need 1 crate of food for each individual tile that I take.
That you bring on board. So in the beginning, there's a lot of splitting and not as much choosing. And any kind of split is possible. I could have simply said, this is one big herd, I could have done this.
But then somebody could easily snatch that.
Sure, they could take that because they would have had one.
Out of the round?
Very good. Once you do the second action, which is the take action, you go on a break. You take your little break flag, and you put it here.
Nice.
And now you're at it, and this is going to continue until each person has done a selection, and then once that final once there's only one person who hasn't done it, they get one more split. or choose. So there's one more action after 3 people, if it was a 4-player game, to a break. In the 2-player game, once you've taken something, I get one more action. If I split, it wouldn't do too much. I would just grab another food into my pile, but I might want that, or I could have picked, say, spend 2 food and grab these 2 guys and bring them on board.
Okay.
So, at the end, after we've done splitting and choosing, back and forth, and you've got animals, we then simply turn over our animals, and we're going to make sets. If there's any pairs, boom,
Noah gets them.
Noah takes them. Basically, you score 0 for any pairs. If you have any single animals, you score the number that's on the animal. The numbers go from 1 to 5, as you can see here. And if you have, I just threw animals at you. You probably would not have done this set.
I did a terrible job making pairs.
So, for instance, if you would have had these animals right here, and this is an interesting thing to show. So you had a pair here, you have a single here, and you've got, that's not the same. So you had this guy, and you had this guy, and you had this guy. You would not score anything for 0 for here, 3 points for this one guy, 5 times 3, because that's what they score when they're in 3s, 4s, or 5s. 5 times the number you have, so you really try to get them.
That's good.
And then 5 points because it's just a single, and a single, that number. That's how you score plus 1 point for any food crate you have.
Okay.
Very fast, with little tricky decisions that you have to I saw Eric picking up foxes before, so therefore I have to make sure that the foxes don't stay together and things like that. So great family game. Easily, it says 8 to adult on the box. We've seen 6-year-olds play it and get the game without a problem at all. But gamers love it. It was a big thing at the gathering. Gamers were loving this game because it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's constantly working through the splitting and which ones you want to get and how you can make sure people don't know what you're trying to bring on board and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, and this is available now?
This just came out about 3 weeks ago. Available across the world right now. Yes.
Excellent. Animals on board from Stronghold Games. Stephen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.